Hello learners. In our module 2, we will be discussing about social emotional learning in detail. We will begin with emotions, feelings, moods, behaviors. What is the relationship between them all? We feel excited, we feel sad. We are hopeful, we are disappointed. All these feelings we all have gone through, and it's okay to feel that way on some days. How it affects in the long run our behavior is the key. So, when we can take guard of our emotions, they accumulating into feelings and start affecting our behavior. That is what is our topic for Module 2, Domain 1. I will be sharing with you some images where you can just think about if you identify yourself in those images. How often you think you have been in those places? What did you do to come out of that situation? Or you always wanted to be in that moment of ecstasy? Bright and sunny. Those small drops of water falling on your face. How did it make you feel? Disappointed? Or I don't know how I am feeling. But it leaves me not looking forward to much in closer. Do you see yourself there? Why did it happen to me? I really tried hard, gave it my best, and now here I stand. Nothing to look forward to much beyond this place. Our Buddha moments. There is not much in stock for me. Whatever I do doesn't bring what I aspired for. Not able to keep people happy around me. So palayan or departure or escape, because we call that moment of realization. Do we see ourselves there? Wheel of emotions. Some emotions we identify ourselves with. Sad, happy, excited, disappointed, confused, lost. In addition to that, there are a lot of them where we are not even able to identify that state. You must have usually come across that don't be so emotional, be a rational being. But the fun lies in that if we are able to identify the emotion, we will be able to more rational. The beauty lies or the power lies not in not being identifying the emotion. In fact, accepting it that all emotions are okay. There's nothing like good or bad. So, rationality lies in accepting that emotions. We are sharing with you the wheel of emotions, an amazing resource to explore it. Emotions, according to science, are electrochemical signals. They flow through our body all the time, including regulating everything, our thoughts too. Emotions are neutral. Some emotions are not inherently good and others bad. It may seem this way. For example, joy seems to be a clear winner over sadness. I mean, who wants to be sad? But there are two problems with this way of thinking. The first problem is that joy and sadness have more in common than we think. Joy means I get something I care about. Sadness means I lose something I care about. So they are really two sides of the same need, and we couldn't have one without the other one. And the second problem is that every emotion is simply a signal delivering a message. Even difficult emotions like fear, anger, or sadness are serving an important function. What is that function? Why it is okay to fear sometimes? The cognitive lag of our emotions lead us to feel something about. Now, for an example, we may feel cold physically, It's raining in the month of December. It's snowing. In the month of June, an AC consistently at 18 is making me feel cold. I emotionally feel cold about situations, about people, about behaviors where either I don't care about or I have invested enough energy, time, effort and reached a state that I cannot contribute much to this. So emotionally, I feel cold. Now, the question is that emotion and feeling, are they different or they are same? So, it's just the differences of time. A emotion persistently staying with you leads you to feel
Mood. I'm not in mood today. A very often statement used by quite a few of us. Now, mood is something which is not tied to a specific incident. It's an outcome of a series of incidents. We are affected by our environment. The weather makes us feel. A small drizzle on your way back from work makes you feel good. The mood changes although you had a very busy day at home, at work. Lightning changes our mood, people around us, our physiology, what we have been eating, how we have been exercising, how healthy we are. Everything good and a small ache in your tooth can spoil the mood. Our mental state, where we are focusing attention, and our current emotions, which also affects our mood. Our mood may last for hours,
days, or even weeks. Our mood. A direct correlation exists of our mood and our behavior. So, behavior has been defined as the way in which one acts or conducts oneself towards others, caring or cautious, active or assertive, witty or wary, foolish or flashy. We have been using different terms to describe behavior. We have also been described by others for our behavior. We will also be sharing in the reference section a list for you all about the different behaviors, just a quick check of us that how many of these terms are applicable to us and on the people around. There are many roles which we play as members of the society. We are parents, teachers, spouses, siblings. We are administrators also. In each role, we try to keep our check. The behavior which we very freely exhibit with our spouses, we should not and we usually don't do it at our workplaces. But above all, we have a larger responsibility of raising children. Children who are knowledgeable, responsible, caring, socially competent. Those who will be responsible for making the society socially and emotionally intelligent. With this background of emotions, feelings, moods, behaviors, we just wish that you, as responsible individuals, may you be strong enough to be gentle. And with this as the intended outcome, we will be continuing with our module 2, domain 2, where we will discuss about social emotional learning and social emotional competence.